In a kingdom nestled between misty mountains and ancient forests, a peculiar mystery troubled the palace. The king, a wise but weary man, was plagued by a strange enigma. Each morning his 12 daughters emerged from their chambers with their shoes worn to tatters. No one, not even the sharpest minds in the court, could explain where the princesses went during the night. The king, desperate to uncover the truth, declared, "Whoever solves this mystery shall have their pick of my daughter's hands in marriage and inherit half my kingdom. But be warned, failure within 3 nights means forfeiting your life." Many princes and noblemen came, drawn by the allure of the prize, yet none succeeded. Each suitor vanished, their fate sealed in failure. One day a poor soldier named Lucas arrived at the palace. Though he had no riches or title, his sharp mind and unyielding courage made him stand out. As Lucas wandered the town, he met an old woman by a well. Her eyes glimmered with an otherworldly light as she asked, "What troubles you, young man?" Lucas explained the king's challenge. The old woman smiled knowingly and handed him a cloak woven from threads as fine as gossamer. "This cloak will make you invisible. Use it wisely and do not drink the wine the princesses offer." She pressed a piece of silver advice into his palm. "Trust what you see, not what you're told." That evening Lucas presented himself to the king. Though the courtiers scoffed at his plain appearance, the king granted him the same chance as the others. He was led to a grand chamber adjoining the princesses' rooms and instructed to watch them through the night. As the moon climbed high, the palace grew silent, and Lucas, cloaked in invisibility, observed the 12 princesses preparing for bed. Their outward calm masked an air of anticipation. As the clock struck midnight, a curious transformation unfolded. The eldest, Princess Liana, whispered to her sisters, "It's time." One by one they rose from their beds, their eyes shimmering with excitement. Lucas watched in astonishment as Liana tapped her bedpost, revealing a hidden passage beneath the floor. The princesses descended into the darkness, their silken gowns trailing behind. Lucas followed silently, his heart pounding as the air grew cool and damp with the scent of earth and magic. The passageway spiraled downward, lit by glowing crystals embedded in the walls. At its end lay a forest unlike any Lucas had ever seen. Trees with silver leaves shimmered under a sky speckled with stars that seemed to shine brighter than those above ground. The air hummed with enchanting melodies, drawing the princesses toward a lake where 12 boats awaited, each manned by a prince of unearthly beauty. The princes, with their chiseled features and otherworldly charm, greeted the princesses with courtly bows. Invisible, Lucas slipped into the boat of the youngest princess, Isla. She was a quiet and gentle soul, her demeanor contrasting with her sister's vivacious energy. As the boat glided across the lake, Lucas marveled at the radiant palace rising from its shores. Its golden spires and jeweled gates seemed to pulse with magic as though it were alive. Inside, the palace buzzed with a grand ball. The walls shimmered with opalescent light, and the floors reflected the dancers as though they floated on water. The princesses danced with the strange princes, their laughter blending with the hauntingly beautiful music that seemed to echo through time itself. Lucas, unseen, watched carefully, noting every detail. By dawn, the princesses returned the way they had come, their shoes worn to shreds from hours of dancing. The next morning, Lucas reported nothing to the king. He knew he had 2 more nights to gather evidence. On the second night he followed the princesses again, this time plucking a silver branch from the magical forest as proof. He marveled at how the branch glowed softly, its leaves tinkling like tiny bells when touched. On the third night he ventured further, taking a golden goblet from the palace. The goblet felt warm in his hand, as though imbued with the life of the enchanted realm. When the king summoned him on the 4th day, Lucas revealed the truth. He described the hidden passage, the enchanted forest, and the palace where the princesses danced. He presented the silver branch and golden goblet as proof. The court erupted in astonishment. The king, though amazed, turned to his daughters. "Is this true?" Liana, seeing no point in denial, stepped forward. Her regal composure faltered as she confessed. "We were cursed by an enchantment to dance each night with the princes of an underground kingdom. Only by revealing our secret could the spell be broken." Her sisters nodded in solemn agreement, their eyes filled with both relief and sorrow. With the mystery solved, the enchantment dissolved. The underground kingdom faded into myth, its golden palace and silver forest vanishing as though they had never been. True to his word, the king offered Lucas his choice of bride. Lucas, humbled and grateful, chose Isla, whose gentle heart had shone even in the midst of the curse. Their union was celebrated with a grand feast, the likes of which the kingdom had never seen. Musicians played joyful melodies, and the people danced in the sunlight, free from the shadow of the mysterious curse. Lucas, once a poor soldier, became a wise and beloved prince. The princesses, freed from their nightly torment, found joy and peace in the sunlight, their laughter no longer bound by magic. And so the kingdom prospered, its days of mystery turned to tales of wonder. The story of Lucas and the 12 princesses lived on, a reminder that courage, cleverness, and kindness could unravel even the most tangled of spells.